Alrighty, good morning. Welcome on board. We're back to talking about some things that happen on the channel for you members, so that you get a little bit more insight, in-depth insight. This time I'm going to talk about the Virpil Cadet Aeromax, the stick that I got. I just recently did a video about it. I told you that I will be doing a video about how that all went down. And the thing is, Virpil came to me to tell me about this stick about a month ago or something. I think even more than a month ago. If I wanted to test out a new stick, and I was like, hell yeah, why not? So they sent it over about 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, potentially. And it was sitting in here in this room for a long time, and I referred to this as, yeah, there's something that I can't show you right now, but it's finally there. So it's finally out, the video is out. That was a surprise, that stick, not only because it was full metal cam and spring, but also because of the price that I found out just about last week. Before that, I was like, ooh, well, that stick is pretty hefty, and I was like, I don't know how well they're going to price this, maybe 250 euros or something. So I was like, in the impression that this will be out of budget for a lot of people, which it actually isn't. That's quite nice to find out. But yeah, it was kind of difficult to test it because when we were playing Elite Dangerous, like, this is my setup and I had like all the stuff available here and it was all visible during the stream, and that's really difficult to then, you know, sit down and try this one here out while doing something like the Elite Dangerous versus X4 video, which is still being approved, by the way. I'm sorry that it's still not out there. It's still being approved by the sponsor. I wrote the 4th email asking them to finally give me a green light. But yeah, here we are. So, I got the stick. I had to try it out off stream, which was a little bit difficult for me, and also because we had like so much to do with the other video. But here we are, and I forgot a few things. I'm not proficient in doing these technical reviews, so I was missing the point that it, for example, has got clutches that you can adjust inside. I just basically didn't mention them because usually you can adjust these clutches from the outside, like you can, for example, in here there was something that, no, not there, but for example on the Warbird you have at least two holes there where you can access the clutches and easily change them, and it was not visible on this stick, so I thought it has no adjustable clutches, but it actually has. They're just inside underneath the mounting plate. So I forgot a few things here and there. Yeah, I'm in contact with Virpil because of Egosoft. Egosoft was the driving factor there because they told me that Virpil had contacted them and if they want to try out the sticks, and then they said no, they can't do this, but they know someone who could do this, so they referred me to them. Yeah, so I got in contact with Virpil after a year after I got in contact with VKB, also through Egosoft, and a year after, or 2 years after, I got in contact with Thrustmaster, which I also got in contact through Egosoft. So thank you, Egosoft, for doing that. Yeah, I got into contact with these companies, and now I'm still in contact with Thrustmaster, although not with VKB anymore. I think they got a little bit, I don't know, salty that I went with Virpil, or I don't know. Never heard anything from them anymore since I switched over to Virpil. Which is a shame. I would like to try more VKB stuff, but I don't think that they're cooking up anything at the moment. So that's that. Also, I realized during doing all these videos, and especially the the stick video, maybe you noticed that I was looking down underneath the camera a little bit. That's because I had a clipboard, like a physical clipboard with printed out papers where I was reading down the script and I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I need to change that. And so I got myself a prompter, which I can put in front of the camera. Then I got a small monitor, a 10-inch monitor, which I can put onto the prompter, which I can drive then with the MacBook Air. I got a 2015 MacBook Air, so I had to also get a mini display port to HDMI adapter. Then I also wanted a mini HDMI to HDMI adapter so that I can put that camera I'm just looking into at the 10-inch monitor, so that I have a big monitor where I can monitor all the stuff that I'm doing here right now, instead of the camera monitor, which is really small and I can't really, I basically can see what I'm doing. I see that there's a little bit of space in here, but I don't really see what's going on there. So I got that approved by my wife, yay, and she said okay, after I already ordered it. So the next videos should be directly into the camera, reading the script off there, because I feel like reading a script or doing a script in advance to these kind of videos is very beneficial, because I tend to lose myself in some details and then leave out some other details. So this is very, very beneficial, doing this as the new workflow. Also, I was thinking about switching the camera. I got the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, which is overheating if you're going to do 4K videos and you're recording for more than 10 minutes. This thing is overheating, but instead of buying a new camera, I try it out with a cooling pad at the back. So this is probably a solution to keep that camera and not spend another 1,000 euros for a better camera. So selling this camera and spending 1,000 euros on top of that to getting a new camera just for active cooling. I hope that this is going to help. We're going to see. But yeah, that stick took me took a lot of effort to do the video, because I did it during Eastern at my family's place. Like the Friday we left here, so the Thursday before Eastern I wrote the script. Friday before Eastern, before we left on Friday before we left, I did the video recording in the living room where the YouTube studio is, and then I did all the gameplay footage that I have in the video right here. And after I've done the gameplay footage, 30 minutes later we already left for the family. So everything after that I did at my family's, like music, and then the extra part, this one here, which you can see, probably you can see right there, the extra part where I sit in the garden. I did that also at the family's, so that was quite difficult. And then also editing the entire video on a MacBook Air 13-inch M1 MacBook Air, which is actually pretty performant, but my goodness, it was ridiculously small. I don't want to do that again anymore. It's very, very, very weird to do that. By the way, yeah, the code Cadet Collins is also like a thing that I got asked by Virpil. Hey, do you want a code where your community can get 5% off? And I was like, yeah, sure, give me that link. Of course, there is no money involved. I don't get any money. They're only giving you 5%, and I bet that this is basically to monitor how well I perform as someone who's like, advertising for that company. And maybe in the future they can say, hey, we got some numbers, you did quite well, and we can give you, I don't know, a small contract or something. And, support this channel a little bit more. Thank you all for your support. Thank you especially for your support as a member on this YouTube channel. I will keep you updated on stuff. Please let me know what you would like to see in the future. Do you want to see behind the scenes, or me talking about stuff that happens around this channel? I'm really interested in what you are interested in, and I will give you the stuff that you like. If you prefer behind the scenes, I will give you behind the scenes content. If you prefer me talking a little bit about details of what's going on behind the scenes, you get also that. Just let me know what you like. I do all these videos as a one take because that is taking like the least amount of time, and I can give you the most amount of information that way. Anyway, great. Thank you so much for being a member, and enjoy all the upcoming videos. See you the next time. And as I said, there is no cut, so you see me reaching out for the camera and clicking the button.